Bitcoin, we start with monthly chart. We want to see what's the next. Based on monthly chart, we don't see anything new. And as we can see, we are expected to see the breakout of the 48,600. We see the breakout, and now we're looking to see the breakout of 53, following by 54. The zone between the 53 and 54 is quite important for us because with the breakout of this zone, mostly we can look for the all-time high. Okay, the only question is, as I mentioned, based on monthly chart, we don't have anything else to discuss, but the only question is, before the price tag all-time high, whether we can expect to see the deeper correction or not. Okay, now what we can look for, we're looking at this. Now want to see whether we can look for whether we can expect the price to consolidate here. We see the weekly correction or not. If we get the weekly correction, whether we can expect to be as deep as what we have here or similar to what we get here. All right, but mostly we can, if this is the correction, we can expect this correction to be relative to what we have here, following by running flat, three waves, we see the next move, then we see the deeper correction, we see the continuation. If we get this is the best, because the first correction from here can confirm for the continuation and the price tag all-time high. The second correction, we can look for continuation. Okay, but at the same time, we can expect this is the only internal flat, and we get the deeper correction, and even we get the deeper correction, we can look for continuation. Okay, but we can expect the price to consolidate here for a longer time. Okay, because as the time the price was below 48,600, I mentioned we're looking for the next correction before the price tag all-time high. All right, but this is the only things we can discuss based on weekly chart. Rather than that, we don't see anything else. Okay, can we expect this one? The only correction is, I mean, the correction is based on lower time frame, like a daily or forward chart. We see for continue, we can expect for continuation. Yes, that's why the breakout of the 53 and 54 is very important for us. If the price could break the 53 following by 54 as a sharp within the next a few days, then we can look for continuation and we can expect the price tag all-time high, and we don't need to look for any of this or we discuss any of this correction. Okay, now this is because if we get the correction, it can give us better confirmation, but at this point we don't see any trade setup. The only thing is we want to see what's the next and how we can look for the trade. But if we move to lower time frame, if we move to daily chart, as I mentioned, I'm looking to see the breakout of the 53 and 54. I'm looking at this zone. Okay, and at this point, based on daily, we can look at this one as a daily correction, something like a flag based on lower time frame. Then whether we should look for trade or not, for sure, if we get any opportunity for buy, we'll take it. But if there is a continuation, this we have to see the breakout of this zone. Okay, how to look for trade based on daily chart? I don't see any trade setup. Having entry above the top can be an option, but it's not a really good idea, because if you want to put our entry above the top, we have to put our entry at somewhere around 53K. Then we want to see the price sharply tag, break, and continue. Rather than that, we don't see any option to look for the trade based on daily chart. Anyway, we move to lower time frame, we move to forward chart. The only things I want to see is if we want to look for trade based on forward chart, how we can look at this one. If we consider as a three wave internally, the price drops some more. We look at this one as a flag. Any reversal based on 1 hour chart as a sharp move flag, this is the best we can look for trade. Okay, and what I want to highlight here, when we see this sharp move, I was looking at the chart, I was not expecting to see the continuation. Okay, because of this divergence. That's why whoever had the trade by having a trade above here, as every times I highlighted, if we want to look for trade by having entry above the top based on 1 hour of forward chart, we want to price sharply tag, break, and continue the price tag. We see there is no continuation within the first or maximum second hours. We should take out the trade, especially when we have a divergence. Okay, now if I want to look for trade, we have to wait for the next few hours. If this one drops some more, then any opportunity as a short move flag from here, we'll take it. And with the breakout of this top, we move our stop loss to break even. Then from there, we want to see, we should look at the chart, whether the price can break this or not. Okay, that's mean at this point, I don't see any trade setup. Having entry above here at the 53K can be an option, but since we have a divergence, I'm not really interested to look for trading following that option. Anyway, if we move to lower time frame, if we move to 1 hour chart, similar explanation. I don't see any trade setup. We have to wait. But if this one drops some more, any reversal as a sharp move flag, and we can look for trade by that option. And in this case, we just follow the chart. And if I see any update, I will share. But at this point, we want to see whether within the next a few days, whether the price can break this or not. If the price could break as a sharp move, not a corrective move, then we can look for the all-time high. If not, then we can expect the price to be consolidated. I mean, we can expect to see the deeper correction at least based on the daily or weekly chart. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.